Good morning. I hope everyone had a good week. Thank you for joining me again here today. Okay, we'll get started. I just will be sorting out some technical things as we go along as people enter a couple different rooms. I have a Facebook room and this room up as well. So today we'll be reviewing a new anchor called Heartfulness. And when I'm working with children, this is a really... the word I've used is sticky. I need an accurate word. It's a very engaging anchor because our mind can be very busy and we receive a lot of benefits. This is traditional loving kindness meditation. So if you've done this before, you will know what that's like. Let's begin by getting into the mindful body and reviewing some of our other anchors. Settling into the strength of our feet on the floor or our sits bones on a mat. A strong spine, relaxed face and hands. And taking several deep breaths, filling up our buckets with a reminder of the strength within that's always available when we choose to explore, tap in, remember. That's my cat. Listening to the sound of our breath, swallowing. Again, breathing and relaxing the hands and face. Stretching out our ears into the stillness around us, listening for sounds within our practice room. Taking stock of the fact that when we observe these tiny things that we are normally noisier than, like maybe furnace or fridge or anything like that, we are deeply connected to the present moment. And removed from the need to rush from A to B. And taking a few deep breaths into that victory and letting that fill up our buckets as well. Again, releasing the belly, the face, the shoulders. Each breath gives us permission to stop planning, worrying, rushing, doing, achieving. And as we sit, let's observe our thoughts and emotions, again cataloging past, present, future. Labeling with an activity like spacing out, planning, worrying. Looking to observe the subcurrent of thought, that which flows just beyond our conscious thinking. What's happening right under there? What's happening right under the shoulds? I should be doing this. I should be feeling this way. What's really going on? We are giving space, creating a container to allow what is to emerge and to greet it with compassion and acceptance. Reminding ourselves that each mindful breath we take, even though we get distracted, fills up our bucket, is a source of strength that we can rely on when we need it. Taking a moment to notice how we feel as well. Physically, emotionally. Am I tired, bored, worried, relaxed? Feeling grateful? All of the above. It's all welcome. It's all normal. Again, cycling back to relax the hands with a breath. Notice the rise and fall of the torso. Relaxing the shoulders and the face. Taking a moment to enjoy just being alone with ourselves. Patting ourselves on the back for taking this time to nourish our minds and bodies and spirits. knowing that if we don't make time for our wellness, then we will need to make time for illness. And so this is the easy way. And how fun it feels to do something easy. And just enjoying a couple more breaths into that ease. Enjoying the comfort that comes from commitment and discipline. Moving into our new anchor now, heartfulness. And at this time, let's call to mind a loved one. It can be someone here, someone passed on, a person, a pet. Let's hold this loved one in our mind's eye and in our hearts. And imagine sending this loved one a giant sparkly stream of white light. That enters their bodies, moves top to bottom, fills them with light and love. And all the barriers that come from human flawed interactions and communicating and language, all of those are disappeared. Just erased by the power of pure love, mind to mind, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. And you can repeat aloud or silently. Imagine saying to your loved one, I wish you peace. I wish you health. I wish you ease. I wish you joy. I wish you success and respect, fulfillment, and love. Without any conditions attached, I offer this to you. Imagine your loved one receiving the gift of your heartfulness easily and with an open heart, without any resistance. And your loved one smiles and says, thank you. And take a moment to notice how you feel when your gift of heartfulness is received with an open heart and gratitude, and how wonderful and freeing that is. Let's take a few deep breaths into this magnificent sensation. We've all heard that expression, it's in the giving that we receive. And this is an example of what that means in the heart and body. When I'm working with children, where appropriate, I'll describe this module as like being a secret Santa, that you're free to give and give and give, and you never run out. And the giving feels really good. The giving is more fun than the getting. This is such a powerful way to tap into abundance and an empowered perspective of agency. And let's run through this practice again, this time on your own, calling to mind perhaps a different loved one. Really enjoying the fact that the currency of love never runs out. It's so different than our human currency. It's the currency of spirit, and it's endless and abundant and easy. Paying particular attention in our practice to giving without condition. What conditions arise before we can offer unconditional love and support? Let's waive those today. And in doing so, notice the sense of freedom and power that arises. So we've all heard that expression, in loving someone, you gotta let them go. And that's what this means, is we waive the conditions we need for other people to please us so we can be happy. Because our happiness is our business. It's not within someone else's control. Notice how wonderful it feels to shine your light everywhere, and how easy it is. And if it's not easy, that's something worth exploration, right? So this may be something you want to journal about. If the giving of loving kindness and heartfulness is strained, then this presents a lack of balance somewhere in your thinking and in our thinking, and that is definitely worth further exploration. Often it's in sitting in loving kindness practice that we can identify a lack of balance in our thinking, separating what we should be feeling and doing from what actually is going on in the undercurrent of thought and emotion, especially in this very stressful time for our society. Let's take several deep breaths into this final anchor. And as we wrap up today's meeting, paying special attention to the ease and pleasure of giving loving kindness. Noticing how good it feels, because that's what fills up our bucket and it makes us come back to this work. Again, relaxing the hands and face, relaxing the belly and enjoying the rise and fall of the torso. And bringing our focus back to center. This week, as a homework assignment, I would ask you to explore loving kindness or heartfulness meditation with a focus on someone with whom you have a conflict. And this provides excellent fruit for understanding a lack of balance in relationships and moving through that. From a meditator's perspective, we begin problem solving inside out. And so this is one approach. This doesn't fix everything, but it is an excellent beginning and a management tool for healing and restoring relationships and our own sense of agency. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to meeting you again next week. We have 2 more classes in this introductory course to mindfulness, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you again.